For my ISP project, I compared the books Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood and The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. I found a lot of connections between the two books' dystopian worlds, and I created a thesis that competition in the name of progress can end with disastrous results, leading to a dystopian world. In both books, it was easy to find an abundance of examples to support my thesis and to compare the books to each other. The first point of comparison I found was that no matter who came out on top of the competition, the winners exploited their control over those who couldn't quite level up. This led to a lot of tension between the Eloi and the Morlocks in the Time Machine, as well as between the different compounds in Oryx and Crake. The tension between the two opposing sides led to a lot of conflict, which resulted in the dystopian setting that they live in now. The second common point was that as each competition progressed, both sides became too aggressive. The competition had just been taken too far, and they ended up destroying the progress they've already achieved. Humanity was simply reduced to its simplest form. A great supportive example comes from the quote from Oryx and Crake. What has been altered was nothing less than the ancient primate brain. Gone were its destructive features, the features responsible for the world's current illness. For instance, racism had been eliminated in the model group, merely by switching the bonding mechanism. The Paradise people simply did not recognize skin color. Crake said this as he was explaining his Crakers, a new simplistic type of human that he would eventually use to replace the current population. My most important comparison was how in the heat of competition, the desire to overpower the opposing force becomes stronger than the conscience and morals of humans. Ethics are forgotten. The compounds on Oryx and Crake were so focused on scientific experiments, they forgot the value of human life while conducting their human trials. You hype your wares and take all their money, then they run out of cash and there's no more treatments for them. Don't you remember the way we used to talk about everything we wanted to do? Make life better for people, not just people with money. You used to have ideals then, stated Jimmy's mom in Oryx and Crake while in a fight with his father over her new job. She was appalled by what was going on in the medical lab and how they were treating their test subjects as well as their everyday patients. In the Time Machine, the time traveler was able to figure out what happened between the two species. The Eloi, who at one point overpowered the Morlocks, sent them underground and forced to serve them like slaves, treating them as less than human beings and more like savage animals. A quote from the time traveler supports this, as he says, "Ages ago, thousands of generations ago, man had thrust his brother man out of the ease and out of the sunshine, the source of this madness." As you can see, exploitation, aggressive competition, and forgotten ethics can lead to a dystopian society, as different species destroy their societies from the inside out. The surviving inhabitants are left to fight for survival in the sad excuse for a world that remains. Humans will always strive for progress, but as the side effects of the competition continues to increase, we need to ask ourselves, where do we stop, and is it all really worth it?